Welcome back to the channel. Unconformed here. Liverpool versus Manchester United. What more can you really ask? If you're a Liverpool fan, ending this preseason, you're probably on a high right now. I know I am. I know I mentioned in the last video I'm buying into Slotball. I'm not just buying into Slotball. I'm investing. I'm putting my life savings into it, my 401k into Slotball. I think it works. I think with the way that Premier League teams have kind of set up recently with the emergence of how Pep does things and all the tactical stuff and positioning and stuff like that, and things being so rigid and not as fluid and free flowing, I think that style of play actually bodes well for bigger teams like an Arsenal, like a Manchester United, if we want to call them a big team, of course. But it shows. And this isn't even our full-fledged team, which is the scary part. We have like 7 first team players out still until Tuesday. And man, I'm impressed. I really just can't say much else about Arne Slot because I thought there was going to be a transition period. I thought that this preseason was going to be rough and we'd be exposed a little bit. But I'm going into the season very confident. And somebody mentioned on Twitter that, man, I didn't think Arne had an aura to him, but he does. The way that he carries himself on the sidelines, the way he's communicating with the players, you can't hear what he's saying, but you can feel it. You know what I mean? You're on TV and you're just watching him and you're just like, these players respect him already, which is the crazy part, which leads me into the good, the bad, and the stuff that surprised me in this match. And the good is Fabio Carvalho. Dude, I don't know what we're going to have to do to get him playing time because I know that left wing is already overcrowded and we're talking about bringing Anthony Gordon in. That rumor just doesn't want to go away. But he needs game time. He has to be incorporated into this team. He is a very good talent. And when he has confidence, he's one of the best young players in the world, in my opinion. The goal that he scored today was class. Sat his defender down and slid it into the bottom left-hand corner of the net. And I just absolutely loved it. And the reason why I bring that up with the respect factor with the players is that I was hearing that Fabi was having some problems with Arne Slot and, well, not some problems, but just some disagreements on where he wanted to play, right? You know, Fabi he wants to play as a 10. He wants to get into the action of things. And Slot's like, I see you as a winger. I think you could be a really dangerous winger. And from what we understood and what Fabi kind of told the media is that he didn't really agree with that. But you know what? He took the coaching. He took the coaching of Slot, which he hasn't really done with previous managers, with Klopp and then over at Leipzig, where he was a little bit of a problem. But he took the coaching from Arne and it worked. It worked. And I think that goes a long way, not only with the player that you're coaching, but also the players around them. And they can start trusting your judgment, especially as a new manager coming into a team of a lot of young guys, where you're coming off of the heels of a legendary manager like Jurgen Klopp, where you can earn that respect in small little moves and gestures like that. And I don't think that should be flinched at, really. Just the fact that he's been able to work with Fabi and coach him up in making a change in how he plays and where he's playing, and him having success there and having the proof to Fabi that, hey, I know what I'm talking about, goes a long, long way. And you can just see the energy in the team. It's different. People, the players seem happy. Mo is smiling again, joking with the team again. That wasn't the case last season, right? Mo was, you kind of were like, is he going to stay? Is he going to go? He's not the happy, smiley Mo that we know. And then he had that bust up with Klopp in the middle of the season. Things feel different right now. It feels light, which brings me into Ryan Gravenberch, who looks like a different player under Slot, and he's been with them for 2 days, okay? And I know that's like the Dutch style. They like to play pure football. They love one-touch, two-touch, the beautiful game, right? Johan Cruyff is a huge influence on that. And that's why I was really excited when Slot got announced for Ryan, that he would fit really well into the system. Ryan is playing as a 6 today, guys. And we said Ryan couldn't play as a 6. And he played as a 6, and he played it well. Because the way that Slot deploys the 6, it's completely different. than a traditional six or the way that Klopp wanted the six to play. It's a creative six. Yes, you're breaking up play, but you're also getting forward and being involved in the build-up play instead of being almost like an additional center back, how Klopp was kind of deploying it. And I love it because more players can start fitting into that system and play there, and it plays towards their strengths of wanting to play pretty football, of wanting to be very technical in there. With Szoboszlai even getting a trial run in there at the six and playing well, and Gravenberch getting in there, and even Curtis Jones getting in there and getting a run and looking decent in there as well. I love it. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe it's like, I know people are like, it's preseason, Roman. I'm like, I get it. It's preseason, but I'm sold. I don't know. I'm an easy sell. And then last two on the good. Harvey Elliott should probably be starting for us. I think he's that good. I think he's a generational talent. It's going to be tough. Arne's going to have a selection headache. We have such a deep pool of technically gifted one touch, two touch, a great first touch, good passing range, great with their feet. Such a deep pool of players. Just list them. Jones, Gravenberch, Maka, who hasn't even had a kick of the ball in the preseason just yet. Trey Nyoni has emerged and is playing some beautiful crossfield passes today. Did I already say Ryan? Ryan Gravenberch. I'll say him twice if I already said it. Ben Doak looks good. Fabi looks good. Elliott looks good. It's like, do we need more additions? I know I bring this up a lot, and a lot of people, you guys, you come after me in the comments, and you're like, no, we need some signings. I think we may need one. I'm not even going to lie. I think we may need one. Sepp looks confident and looks good in the back, and he's a good third choice for me. I think he starts over Gomez. I feel like he starts over Gomez and maybe even Konate as time continues to move on, or as a natural replacement for VVD. I think letting Sepp go will probably be a big mistake if that ends up happening. But I think the defense is sorted there. And the big surprise for me is Tsimikas. He looks like a revitalized player. He looks like legit cover for Robbo. He quietly had a really great preseason and was one of our better players throughout all three games. Whether you guys like it or not, I know there's some people who do not like Tsimikas. He is starting to play really well. And the way that Slot plays fits him really well. And let's go into more of the surprises, okay? Tsimikas is one of them. Phenomenal preseason. Great preseason in my eyes. Had one mistake, but has been solid throughout the whole preseason. Yaros is an option. Goalkeeper. We had 3 goalkeepers that could be starting in teams, I think. I heard he had a really great season at the team that he was loaned to last season, and that's why we brought him back and we're keeping him, just in case something happens with Queeveen. But he also had a great first half. Callagher was improved from the Arsenal game to the Man United game, just like exponentially with his distribution and the ball at feet. I love it. And being able to bring Allison into the mix of that, who we know is very good with his feet as well and has great passing range. I think we're spoiled, bruh. We're spoiled, dude. And Slot doing so well so early is a massive surprise for me. I'll be honest. I was hopeful for him and I was backing him, and I'm like, he has everything that it takes to be a successful Liverpool manager. But I didn't think it would be so visibly different and so visibly improved over the end of last season, not of Jurgen Klopp's entire reign. I don't think there will be very many people that will be able to match Jurgen in terms of accolade for accolade when it comes to accomplishments and what he's been able to do in terms of changing the game, right? Gegenpressing is like the standard now across all teams, which he kind of made popular, right? But the end of last season, the low that we kind of were on, the improvement from then to now is dramatic. And the fact that he's bringing in a lot of these fringe players that we thought was, he's probably going to be moving on, and they're performing for him, I think it's just one of the best things that's ever happened to Fabio, to Sepp Vandenberg. Connor Bradley is Connor Bradley. He's a generational talent in my personal opinion, which makes me think about what the hell are we going to do with Trent? What are we doing with Trent? Because Connor is on a level where he's like, you probably should be playing this kid week in, week out. He's ready to take that next step. Where does Trent come in the mix of this? Does he play in that 6 role? This like little hybrid 6 role that Slot's playing. I think he thrives there. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Does Trent thrive in that hybrid 6 role that Slot's playing? Where Sabo really thrived there, where Gravenberch really thrived there. I know those two guys are like really good with their feet, and Trent has a little bit of ways to go with that. But the passing range from those deep positions and the ability to just wrap his foot around a ball and curve things around corners, I think he could be dangerous there. But let me know what you guys think. The bad. Not very much to complain about, again, which is a good thing. And I hope it continues. Playing out the back can be tricky. Konate did not look super comfortable there. Mind you, it's only been 2 days. And he hasn't played very much football in the past handful of months. He looked a little bit rusty. Konate doesn't look super duper comfortable playing that type of football. And hopefully in these next couple of weeks before the Manchester City game, he gets some more reps in, some more drills in, gets more coaching, and he looks a little bit more comfortable before that Manchester City game. I'm really curious to see if he starts that game or if Slot trusts Sepp or Gerald Kwanzaa, who both have had phenomenal preseasons, to partner VVD in the back. But I don't know. Let's see. These boys that Jurgen Klopp has left Slot are special. Perfect situation for Arne. Perfect situation. Young, coachable, malleable players that he gets to come in and stamp his whole brand and whole style around. And the fact that these boys are willing to pick up this style of play and pick up this philosophy so quickly and do well in it is a testament to the mentality that Jurgen and Pep Linders has instilled into this entire organization 10 years ago. The work that was done over these last 10 years, it's just the beginning, guys. I know it could feel like the end, given that Klopp is gone and it's a whole transition and we loved him so much. But I think, what if that wasn't the end, but it was actually the beginning of the dynasty? It was the beginning of the era. It was the 10-year foundation that we needed, building up the academy, building up the stadium, winning multiple trophies, creating this huge, massive fan base all around the world. I mean, 77,000 people in attendance today in America, guys. People were trying to get into the door 30 minutes into the half. What if this was all a part of the plan to build up a system in an organization that transcends anything that we've thought of before? Because hats off to Jurgen Klopp, hats off to Pep Linders on what they have been able to build to leave to the next guy that is astute, that's smart, and this Michael Edwards appointment is going to look like he's a fucking magician. Him and Mark Hughes with appointing Slot, I think it's going to age really, really well. And being able to give it to a smart manager like Slot to continue to build for the next guy and the next guy and the next guy, and then build a dynasty around a sustainable model that's built around the academy and bringing in homegrown players. I love it. I love it, guys. I love it. It's preseason. I get it. But I think this is a really good sign. Everyone was saying that Liverpool's going to falter. It's going to be tough. We don't know if Slot's the guy, but early signs show that maybe this was a part of the plan all along. This was like the outlay of FSG all along and Michael Edwards all along, that they wanted to build something like this. And now they get the chance to do that. And the fact that Klopp was able to stay true and steer the ship in the right directions with a lot of ups and downs, Michael Edwards leaving, coming back, all this extra stuff, and continue the vision and continue to instill this mentality and philosophy, not even just in the club, but in the entire city and the entire fan base as a whole, is a testament to just staying true to what you guys believe in, what you're trying to build, and not just doing willy-nilly stuff. You can see that with Chelsea. They're a mess right now. They're a mess. 4 managers. Billions, 5 billion pounds spent amongst 2 clubs. Buying just to buy. We don't do that at LFC. We don't do that at Liverpool Football Club. And I thank God that we don't. Can it be frustrating sometimes when we want to bring in players? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I'm thankful that our backroom staff and the people who are making the decisions are tactical, they're analytical, and they're smart about things, and they only make smart decisions and well thought out moves. I'm happy that we have who we have running our club, because we could be looking over there at Man United, looking over there at Chelsea, over there at Arsenal. 3 clubs spending a ton of money, winning nothing. I'm happy for this. So, that being said, let me know what your guys' thoughts are below. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. If you love Liverpool content, you love hearing takes that you may not hear from typical Liverpool fans, make sure you guys turn on that notification bell and subscribe to the channel. We just hit 1,400 subs. The goal is to get to 2,000. Let's see if we can do it. That's going to be a huge accomplishment. Thank you all. And for everyone who's decided to sub in the past week, welcome to the club. Welcome to Unconformed FC, CF. We are all around the world, Spain, America, or eventually in Spain. I don't know. But anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Appreciate you all. You'll never walk alone. Peace. Boom.